Welcome. All right. So, what are we going to do on this recorded lecture? Okay, what we are going to do is we are going to cover two handouts. Let me show you what they are. The first one is called 2023 Correction Symbols. So, if you have taken Composition 1, you've seen this handout or some version of it before. I'm constantly trying to revise it. So as you can see here in the leftmost column, these are the symbols that I leave in memos. And these are the meanings. And here are some examples. I think probably the most common are this one, adding a word. Capitalization is pretty common. Adding a comma, number, redundant, punctuation, removing a word, repeating a word, subject-verb agreement, sometimes spelling, transition, adding a transition. Definitely these three are pretty common too. So I'd say at least half of these are um, somewhat pretty common, half to 60%. Some of them are pretty rare. I think the sample paragraph that you're supposed to use this for includes some of the most common ones. So let me show you. So that's 2020, this is the correction symbols handout. And then that is used with this handout right here. And so as you can see here, if you just click, so the way that my memos are displayed right now, they're just displayed over here in the right column. And I believe if you go to review and you click, show comments, and you say, if you click on this, they're removed. And see them, we don't see them. Visible, not visible. Then, if you just click on this, that the one that moves slightly to the left and gets thrown to the foreground, forefront, then that's the memo that's attached to that kind of not really highlighted, but you can see it's gray area. Okay, so for example, this is num. Now, number means if it's singular, make it plural. If it's plural, make it singular. So here, what you'd want to do is just add an S. No, pancakes, no, it's corrected. Okay, so I'm going to turn off my mic and turn off my video and let this keep recording. And so this video needs to be around 22 minutes. I'm not sure how long it is so far. And so I'm going to turn off my mic and turn off my video, and I'll just share the screen. And then I'll come back and I'll come back in about 18, 19 minutes and I'll stop it and then turn on the other video. And that's where, and I've already created that video. Go to that video and that's where I go over the changes and I describe why you make the changes that you do. Okay, so I will see you in the other video. So just let this one play. While this is playing, work on this. All right, so now you should have already corrected the paragraph using the symbols. So now let's go over the answers. Let me share my PPT. Okay. All right, so for this video, we're going to go over the two handouts, the one handout with the paragraph, with all the symbols and all the feedback in it. And then we're going to use the correction symbols handout, which is the key that shows what the symbols that I leave mean. So let's go over this. Okay, so here's the paragraph. Now, REM, that's very simple, just means remove. So remove whatever is highlighted. Here, we don't want an article, so we're just going to remove it. So people love to eat Korean vegetable. In this case, it's much more natural to not use an article and use the plural version of the noun because we're talking about something in general. So people love to eat Korean vegetable pancakes and Japanese okonomiyaki. Now, I think living in Korea, I think probably the majority of at least young people and maybe even old people probably know what okonomiyaki is because of the proximity with Japan. But I think for the Western world, who speaks, the majority of English and maybe English speakers because this is in English, they I know my parents and most of my friends and family probably have no idea what okonomiyaki is. So add a definition. And of course, okonomiyaki is not a proper noun, it's just a regular noun. So we should italicize it and add a definition. So one definition is a Japanese style pancake with ingredients such as cabbage, meat, and seafood. Okay. Now, if the writer wanted to, they could have added jun and then defined it. So then you have both the Korean term and the Japanese term. In fact, that might be better, but it's okay. With alcoholic drink, num means number again. So with alcoholic drinks, but what does that refer to? Sounds like one or the other. These two dishes, but it sounds like it's either referring to Korean vegetable pancakes or okonomiyaki, but it's actually referring to both. So, but these two dishes are better to eat after people know the differences between the Korean vegetable pancakes and Japanese okonomiyaki. Okay, now that we've added what these two dishes are, what can we do to the green highlighted part? We actually don't need to restate word for word the things we're referring to. We can just use a pronoun. These two dishes, because these two dishes are better to eat after people know the differences between them. All right. People. So that's repetitive. People, people. So we don't need to say people, we could just say they. Because we use people here. Okay. Now, here's my feedback. The writer, now this is a comparison paragraph. This isn't an essay. This is just a paragraph. So the writer, I say you don't describe the shape, they just describe the thickness. Therefore, what I suggested is replacing shape with how it's made. Because if you read the supporting sentences, it's more about how it's made. So The first difference is how the two foods are made. All right. When the is the definite article, so it sounds like it's talking about a specific one, specific pancake. We want the indefinite article. When a Korean vegetable pancake is made, the food is all mixed, okay? What food? The food, it's not clear. Clearly, but if we were to clarify or to ask the writer, it's most likely the ingredients. The ingredients are all mixed. And now, one of the rules of academic or more formal writing is not to begin a sentence with fanboys. You may see in many different types of media, including newspapers and magazines, people often break that rule because a lot of times people aren't writing for academic purposes or in a formal context. So, but this class, I want you to avoid beginning sentences with fanboys to create a good habit. So, and you can say additionally, in addition, also, moreover, so many different words that mean the same thing. Additionally, now this is redundant. RED means redundant. So we can remove it. Additionally and also, they basically mean the same thing. So additionally, the thickness of the food. Once again, what is the food referring to? The thickness of a Korean pancake is thin. Okay, much clearer. Because the point of comparison shape was changed to how it's made, now the yellow part doesn't fit. Because before the first difference was shape, the writer was talking about how it's made. So additionally, the thickness of a Korean pancake is thin. So now that doesn't fit. So the yellow part should be changed to be how it's made. So let's continue the green part. When a Korean vegetable pancake is made, oops, I accidentally deleted the ingredients. The ingredients are all mixed. Okay, first I don't know what happened there. Okay, but when a Korean vegetable pancake is made, the ingredients are all mixed. Then the batter is banjuk. The batter is poured into thin pancake shapes in a pan and cooked. All right. How thin? That's, good details to add. Poured into 1/2 centimeter thick. So adding those supporting details makes your writing better, deeper. All right. On the other hand, the shape of, again, we changed the first point of comparison to how it's made. On the other hand, Japanese okonomiyaki, you don't have to keep on italicizing, is made differently. All right. Describe this process. Is layered and the ingredients are separated in layers. Okay. Rather than mixing the ingredients, as people do when they make a Korean vegetable pancake, they are layered. So Japanese okonomiyaki are layered, or the ingredients are layered on top of each other. So the thickness of the food, once again, what does the food refer to? The thickness of okonomiyaki is different. I'm sorry, is thicker. Is sometimes 2 centimeters. So let's get more detailed so the reader can clearly imagine the difference. Is sometimes 2 centimeters, so it's much thicker. So we're adding those details. Better writing. You're communicating more clearly and more, just more. So it's much thicker than because we've been using a Korean vegetable pancake. The second difference is the number of ingredients. Once again, the sounds like it's referring to a specific one. A Korean vegetable pancake is made of squid, pancake powder. Powder is just wrong. We say mix in English, pancake mix, onion, pepper, egg, and here we could say scallions. So number, NUM is number. Again, let's not begin with fanboys, but also, and isn't even the appropriate word here. We want a contrasting word. So the fanboys would be but we don't want to begin with but. So by contrast, so wrong word. So the should become and capitalize means make it lowercase. A Japanese okonomiyaki is made of squid. Once again, pancake mix, onion, egg, scallions, cabbage. I have no idea what that means. I think I looked it up before, actually, after doing this activity. Yeah, that might even be something that's might be correct, but I've like it's so rare. I have no idea what that is. Might be a type of fish. Anyways, any English speaker would have no idea what that is. So either add a definition or describe it or just delete it because I have no idea what that is. We say teriyaki sauce. Okay. Ketsuobushi. Now, I'm pretty sure that's the stuff on top, right? That looks like it's moving. But most people have no idea what that is. So punctuate it. It's a general noun. Italicize it. Dried smoked shavings of skipjack tuna. I had to look it up. Okay. As a result, okonomiyaki has more. Just remove it. Food ingredients. Ingredients, clearly it's food. In conclusion, the foods. What foods? Korean vegetable pancakes and Japanese okonomiyaki have similar but different, but completely similar, but completely contradict each other. So, in conclusion, although let's change it up a little bit. Although Korean vegetable pancakes and Japanese okonomiyaki are uniquely delicious, I wish I had some right now. They have some similar characteristics. So, this didn't make sense because you can't say something similar from something else, but they're completely different. So, that's clear. All right. Boom. Okay. So, done. Okay. Now it's nice and clear. And now you have a good idea of how to either A, follow the comments that I leave, or B, understand the symbols that I leave and using the chart to fix them. And if you could choose John Okonomiyaki right now, what would you choose? I would probably choose okonomiyaki because it's been so long since I've had okonomiyaki, but I wish I had John too. They're both so good. Um, Now here's just a quick recommendation before I finish the video. This place is in Myeongdong. There used to be one in Hongdae. There used to be one in Gangnam. I think the only one that's still open is in Myeongdong. It's called Fuget's, and they have great okonomiyaki, yakisoba, donbeyaki, and probably other things that you know that I don't know, but they're really delicious. They cook it like there's a flat grill in front of you. They cook it. I know they have good draft beer if you like beer, very cold. So, highly recommend this. I wish I was there right now. So have a great day, and I will see you in class. Please let me know if you have any questions.